Hey, what's up everybody? My name is Moss, and in this video, we're diving into the key takeaways and major themes from KubeCon 2024's observability sessions. If you're trying to stay on top of the latest trends in observability, you're in the right place. This year's KubeCon was packed with insights on everything from OpenTelemetry and continuous profiling to how organizations are scaling their observability strategies. And whether you missed the conference or just want a quick recap, I've got you covered in this video. And if you're interested in more KubeCon 2024 content, I've already posted session summaries and interviews with industry experts, so be sure to check those out as well. I've included links to them in the video description below. Here are some of the top themes that I saw across observability sessions at KubeCon. First and foremost was OpenTelemetry. This was a huge focus at KubeCon observability sessions and continues to solidify itself as the emerging open standard in observability. Next, the correlation of telemetry data. A lot of sessions emphasize the importance of connecting distributed profiling, metrics, logs, and traces into a unified observability solution. It's not enough to look at these data sources in silos. Organizations have to correlate them effectively to get a full picture of system health and performance. Another major theme was proactive, scalable, and cost-effective observability. Organizations are very focused right now on reducing the cost of collecting, transmitting, storing, and querying telemetry data. And this is a huge challenge with the growing volume of data being generated by modern distributed systems. And finally, you can't attend any conference now without hearing about AI at least once. But AI is playing an increasingly significant role as a tool in the observability space. It's helping teams proactively identify issues before they impact users. And there were practical demonstrations of AI being applied to observability solutions at KubeCon. Let's talk a little bit more about OpenTelemetry. Numerous sessions emphasize OpenTelemetry's growing importance. It's a critical part of how organizations are building their observability strategies to monitor and troubleshoot distributed systems effectively. One exciting development is OpenTelemetry's expansion beyond just metrics, traces, and logs to include profiling data. This means that organizations can have a truly unified and comprehensive observability solution that captures all the key telemetry data. And related to the introduction of a profiling signal, Elastic donated their eBPF-based system profiling agent. The profiling agent seamlessly integrates with OpenTelemetry, and it allows organizations to get low-overhead, high-resolution insights into their systems. And a big advantage with OpenTelemetry is its vendor-neutral approach. It enables organizations to adopt a standardized observability solution without being locked into any single vendor, giving them flexibility and control over their telemetry data and tooling. And I think another reason for OpenTelemetry's growing adoption is the massive support it's receiving from the community and the broader ecosystem of tooling. For example, the OpenTelemetry transformation language is making it easier to manipulate and process telemetry data as you collect it and before you transmit it to your observability backend. There were also demonstrations of OpenTelemetry Collector's new declarative configurations that simplify multi-language setups and reduce complexity for teams managing polyglot environments. With the new Open Agent Management Protocol, or OPAMP, organizations can now centrally manage their OpenTelemetry collector deployments. And finally, the expansion of semantic conventions is adding more structure and standardization, making telemetry data easier to understand and work with. Correlation of telemetry data was a common theme throughout the observability sessions. One important concept that came up was the role of exemplars. Correlation of telemetry data enables the creation of exemplars which act as a bridge between metrics, logs, and traces, and they significantly accelerate root cause analysis of incidents. An exemplar is essentially a high-value data point that's been selected and provided with additional context. This is done based on sampling policies you define in the OpenTelemetry collector. Exemplars can link a metric spike, for instance, to the specific trace or log that caused it, making it much easier to track down the root cause of an issue. And what's nice about OpenTelemetry is that it provides exemplars by default. You don't have to do a lot of extra configuration to get this functionality. I know I've already mentioned profiling signals earlier, but I can't stress enough the importance and impact of correlating profiling data with other telemetry signals like metrics, logs, and traces. Profiling brings a whole new level of depth to observability, especially when it's integrated with the rest of your telemetry data. By correlating profiling data, you not only see where resources are being consumed at the code level, but also tie that directly to specific metric spikes or trace spans. This is incredibly powerful in a production environment where performance issues often emerge only under real-world workloads. As systems become more complex, organizations are prioritizing strategies to not only scale their observability efforts, but also to make them more efficient and affordable. A common topic across sessions was the desire to reduce costs. Observability at scale can get expensive, and organizations are looking for smarter ways to manage these expenses. Continuous profiling, for example, is becoming a crucial tool for identifying performance bottlenecks and optimizing resource usage. And companies are realizing that even small code changes and optimizations can have a big impact on costs, particularly in environments running at scale. Another challenge that came up was the volume and complexity of observability data. To manage this effectively, organizations are using a mix of practices and tools. Sampling and routing techniques can help by focusing on the most critical data and reducing noise. And the OpenTelemetry transformation language, or OTTL, is also gaining traction as a way to filter and transform data. This enables teams to perform advanced transformations on the data that they're collecting, maximizing the value of that data. A third focus area is reducing cognitive load for developers. I heard this quite a bit throughout the sessions. Many speakers highlighted how automated instrumentation and internal standardization were key to achieving a reduction in cognitive load for their development teams. By providing a standardized framework for integrating observability solutions, organizations can make it easier for developers to adopt best practices without slowing their velocity. AI is proving to be invaluable in helping organizations proactively identify and resolve issues faster and more effectively. One of the key sessions that demonstrated the practical application of AI in observability used multivariate analysis for anomaly detection. Traditional monitoring techniques often rely on individual metrics like CPU usage or memory consumption, but these metrics alone don't always tell the full story, and they might not clearly indicate service degradation. Multivariate analysis uses statistical methods and machine learning models to analyze multiple metrics together and identify patterns that signal potential issues before they become critical. And this allows teams to generate high-level metrics that provide confidence in identifying incidents proactively rather than reacting to them after they occur. And there's a growing trend of AI ops that's all about using AI to rapidly troubleshoot issues and automate repetitive tasks. And I think that the addition of telemetry data like profiling signals will open up even more opportunities for AI to assist organizations. For instance, there's already AI assistants that can scan logs for errors and bring the most relevant ones to your attention. But imagine a scenario where you have correlated telemetry data that includes profiling data tied to a particular trace. With this data, AI could go even further, scanning the profiling data to highlight a bottleneck in real time. To wrap things up, let's talk about the big picture from KubeCon and where observability is headed. Organizations are clearly moving towards more proactive, automated, and intelligent observability practices. Instead of waiting for issues to arise, the focus is shifting to predicting and preventing problems before they impact users. And automation and AI are playing key roles in this evolution. A big part of this transformation is the reliance on OpenTelemetry as the foundation of observability solutions. OpenTelemetry is becoming the standard for collecting and exporting telemetry data. And with the addition of a profiling signal, it's helping teams gain deeper insights into their systems, even in highly complex production-scale environments. This, coupled with tighter AI integrations, is taking observability to the next level. There's also a strong focus on reducing not only the cost of observability itself, but also using observability tools to optimize resource usage. By identifying inefficiencies and bottlenecks, teams can fine-tune their systems to get more out of their infrastructure without overspending. And the final takeaway is the value of correlating telemetry data. With correlated telemetry data, teams can quickly pinpoint the root cause of issues, reduce downtime, and deliver a better experience for their users. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, we'd love to hear your feedback. If you're interested in learning more about some of the key themes that we discussed in this video from KubeCon 2024, I've linked my other session summary videos as well as the interviews I conducted with industry experts in the video description below. Additionally, if you want to learn more about some of the other observability topics that we discussed, like OpenTelemetry, I've linked some of my other videos on these topics in the description as well. Thanks for watching.